Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless. This is the quiz show where all the questions have been asked to 100 people before the show, and all our contestants have to do is come up with the answers those 100 people couldn't think of. Let's meet today's players. Now, welcome Natalie and Vanessa, our first pair on the show today. How do you two know each other, Natalie?
We met on a forum for Japanese culture about 4 years ago. So we go to a lot of conventions together and
up and down the country.
Yeah.
What else? What other things do you like to get up to? Natalie, what about you? What do you like to get up to?
I've grown up on a lot of sci-fi, so things like Star Trek.
How are you on, let's say, history, geography, other kind of traditional pointless categories?
Traditional pointless. History, not so much. Geography...
It depends on where it's going to
Depends
be.
where you've been on your conventions. I mean, nice.
Well, that.
Yeah.
Saying that, my UK geography is pretty poor, but my worldwide geography I'm not too bad at.
OK, well, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here. Very, very best of luck. And next, we welcome Cary and Mary. How do you two know each other, Cary?
Well, we're partners. We've been together a few years now and stuff. So.
And how did you first meet, Mary?
Well, actually met playing netball, which was on opposite teams.
Where are you from? I think I can guess. From the northeast?
Pretty close, yeah,
Newcastle, yes. Good, good stuff. What do you do there, Mary?
I'm actually a lunchtime supervisory assistant, which is dinner lady, really. Yeah. Mostly for a dinner lady.
Cary, how about you?
I'm a student, but I work part-time as well at the Metro Centre, the big
Oh, very good indeed. So what do you hope is going to come up today, Mary?
Obviously, I wouldn't mind Newcastle United players, entertainment, possibly.
OK. Cary, anything particular you'd like to see?
Possibly geography and some literature, but not all.
Best of luck with that. Lovely having you on the show, Cary and Mary. And next we welcome Gemma and Martin. Now, how do you two know each other, Gemma?
We're father and daughter.
Where are you from, Gemma?
Exmouth.
What do you do in Exmouth, Gemma?
I'm a primary school teacher.
Primary school teachers traditionally do very well on... Do they? I think they do.
Primary school teachers tend to do better than secondary school teachers. Secondary school teachers do very badly, so it's not saying a great deal.
Now, Martin, what do you do?
Well, I've been fortunate enough to be recently retired, Alexander,
that's nice.
to take up my many hobbies.
And, well, what did you do?
I organise school transport for students around Somerset, children in Somerset.
What do you do now? What are your
you'll find me on the riverbank quite a lot. I do a lot of coarse fishing, and
It's basically like normal fishing, just swears. Really. I mean... any other area you're going to be particularly good at?
I like sport, or any sport.
OK, and obviously organising transport, you're going to have to be good on British geography, surely.
Reasonable.
Certainly British geography of the southwest, anyhow.
Yeah.
Very, very best of luck, Gemma and Martin. Great to have you here. And finally, we welcome back Ray and Kay, who were on the show last time. Everyone gets 2 chances, of course, to reach the Pointless final. This is your second and final chance. Ray, remind us how you know each other.
Well, we're married. And we met at university.
Met at university. Very good. Now then, Kay, last time, it was round 1.
It was.
It was round 1.
Words.
Pit stop. Dear, oh dear, we had words ending OP. Pit stop, it turns out, is 2 words. It's a great answer, just happened to be wrong, that's all. Anyway, that was last time. Ray, what do we hope is going to come up today?
Well, something maybe TV from the 70s and 80s, particularly detective shows, things like that.
Ray, OK, lovely having you back on the show. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show as it goes along. There's only one person left for me to introduce. He's the thinking man's thinking man. He's my pointless friend. He's Richard.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you.
Round 1 should be very good for Vanessa, Cary and Martin. They've all asked for geography. And round 1, well, I'll be honest with you, it's geography.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Don't have long to wait. Honestly, the sooner we stop talking, the sooner we can actually get on and do it.
Really? Yeah.
You know how excited you are about round 1?
Yes.
Like a kid at Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If we were to stop this conversation now, the next thing you could do is let's play round 1.
I'm going to bear that in mind. I am going to bear that in mind. Thank you, though, Richard.
Also, looking very smart today.
Yeah, thank you. You are kind.
Yeah, well,
So you too in your suit there.
Yeah, have you been working out?
Listen, a little bit,
Yeah,
yes.
a little bit.
Come on, just a bit, yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to.
Tell me.
Round 1.
Yeah. Now, all our questions on Pointless have been put to 100 people before the show. In order to get to the final round and be in with a chance of winning the jackpot, our contestants need to find the obscure answers our 100 people couldn't get. So the fewer of the 100 people who knew the answer, the fewer points they will score. Now, what everyone's trying to do, of course, is to find a pointless answer. This is an answer that none of our 100 people knew. And each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £10,750. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, in this first round, each of you must give me one answer and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever pair has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, so try and make sure that's not you. OK, our category for round one is capital cities. Capital cities. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns capital cities beginning with... ... Richard.
Yeah, Xander's about to show you a board with 6 letters on it. We are looking for any capital city in the world whose common English name starts with any of those 6 letters, please. Where a country's got more than one capital, we'll accept either of them or any of the 3 if there are 3 of them. And as always, by country, we mean a sovereign state that is a member of the UN. Very, very best of luck.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now then, Natalie and Vanessa, you all drew lots before the show, and today you are going first. OK, so let's reveal the letters with which our capital cities may begin, and here they are. C-H-O-R-U-S. Chorus. C-H-O-R-U-S. So any capital city beginning with any of those letters. Natalie, what is the most obscure capital beginning with C-H-O-R-U or S you can think of?
I'm not very good with my capital cities, to be honest, so I'm going to play it safe and say C, Copenhagen.
Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Copenhagen. Absolutely right. 21. 21 for Copenhagen.
Yeah, wise to be cautious, Natalie. Very well done. Copenhagen is the largest city in Scandinavia.
Now then, Mary.
Again, I'm not very good on these neither, so I'm going to go O for Oslo.
O for Oslo, says Mary. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said Oslo. 47. 47 for Oslo.
Yeah, still in Scandinavia, the capital of Norway, though a much bigger score.
Now then, Gemma. Gemma, the most obscure capital city beginning with one of these letters that you can think of.
I'm going to go for the capital city of Iceland, Reykjavik.
Reykjavik, says Gemma. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Reykjavik. Absolutely right. Down it goes. Look at that, still going down. 8. Gemma. Very, very well done indeed. Our first single-figure score.
Yeah, great introduction to the game, Gemma. Well done. About 60% of Iceland's population live in Reykjavik.
Now then, Kay, a capital city beginning with any of these letters.
I'm going to choose S and say St. John's.
St. John's, says Kay. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said St. John's. Absolutely right. Very well done indeed, Kay. That's pointless. It adds £250 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to 11,000. It scores you nothing. Very, very well done indeed, Kay. Fantastic answer.
Brilliant, Kay. That feels a bit better than last time, doesn't it?
It does
do you know
feel
what it's
better.
the capital of?
Some Caribbean island.
Some Caribbean island is the correct answer. Yeah. Yes, Antigua and Barbuda. Yeah.
Very well done indeed. So we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at those scores. Kay and Ray looking very, very strong indeed on nothing there. Gemma and Martin, likewise, looking pretty good. On 8, then up to 21, where we find Natalie and Vanessa. And then up quite a hike to 47, where we find Mary and Cary. So, Cary, a little bit of pressure on you to find a nice, low-scoring answer to see if that'll keep you in the game on the next pass. Very best of luck. We're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, so we are looking for capital cities beginning with C-H-O-R-U or S. Ray. In order to hold your head up high, I think it's right that you also get a pointless answer.
Well, I'll do my best. I'm going to go for S as well. And I believe that the capital of Chile is Santiago.
Santiago, says Ray. Santiago. Do you know if we opened a pointless pub, you know what we should call it?
Nope.
The Red Line. There's your red line, Ray. Get below that, you are through to the next round. Santiago, is it right? How many people said it? Absolutely right. And you are through. 5. Not bad at all, Ray. 5. Takes your total up to 5.
Well played, Ray, but frankly hopeless next to Kay, I'm afraid. 5 points. Yeah, Santiago, capital of Chile.
So, Martin, the high scorers on 47 are Cary and Mary. You're on 8. If you can score 38 or less, you're through to the next round.
I'm going to try Rabat.
Rabat. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. Absolutely right. You are through to the next round. Oh, 2, Martin. Very, very well done. 2, our second best score so far. Takes your total up to 10, Richard.
Well done, Martin. There's some very low scoring on those last 2 podiums, aren't there? Very, very impressive. Yeah, the capital of Morocco. Used to be Fez, now Rabat.
Cary, you are the high scorers on 47. We need a low-scoring answer from you.
I think Rousseau is the capital of Dominica.
Rousseau. How many people said it? Is it right? It is right. Very, very well done indeed, Cary. That's exactly what we needed from you. Is it going to be enough, I wonder, to keep you in the game? It takes your total up to 48. Richard?
Yes, puts all the pressure on Vanessa now. Can I just say publicly, though, how is that not a pointless answer? They actually pronounce it Rosso, but it's spelled Rousseau or Rosso. But Rosso.
Rosso.
If you're Dominican, that's what you'd call it.
Vanessa?
Hi.
You're on 21. The high scorers are Cary and Mary on 48. If you can score 26 or less, you are through to the next round.
OK, fingers crossed. I'm going to go for the capital city of my mother's island in the West Indies, which is St George's.
Well, St John's did very, very well for Kay. Let's see if St George's can do the same for you. Best of luck. St George's, is it right? How many people said it? It's right. And you're through to the next round. And it's pointless. Very, very well done indeed, Vanessa. That adds another £250 to the jackpot, takes the total up to £11,250. It scores you nothing, it leaves your total at 21, and it sees you through to the next round. Very, very well done indeed.
Very, very well played, Vanessa. Capital of Grenada. Yeah, absolutely right. Terrific answers from everyone there, though, isn't it? It's a shame to lose anybody after a round of that quality. Let's take a look at some more of the pointless answers up here. Well done if you said any of these. Ouagadougou, that's the capital of Burkina Faso. There's St George's, that's a terrific answer. San Jose, which is the capital of Costa Rica. San Salvador, that's El Salvador. Santo Domingo, that is the Dominican Republic. Sao Tome, that's Sao Tome and Principe. Sarajevo, which is the capital of Bosnia and Herzegovina. There's Skopje, which is the capital of Macedonia. And Suva, which is the Fijian capital. There's 2 more. There's Sucre, which is one of the 2 capitals of Bolivia. And Srijayawardenapura Kotte, which is the capital, as you know, of Sri Lanka. It's the official title of the capital of Sri Lanka.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard, so at the end of our first round, the pair with the highest score who'll be leaving us, I'm afraid, Cary and Mary. Lovely having you on the show. We will see you again next time, and we'll look forward to that very much indeed. Cary, Mary, excellent contestants. Thanks.
Thank you.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Now, obviously, there's only going to be room for 2 pairs in our head-to-head round, so one of the pairs in front of me now will be leaving us at the end of this round. Well, that was a very, very good round. Fantastic low scores from everyone. Ray and Kay, though. Very good. And how come you're so good on capital cities, Kay?
I've actually been to Antigua.
Ah. So that was just luck of the draw, was it?
Well, no, not really.
Or are you...
we go to pub quizzes and sometimes capital cities come up, so
Very good indeed. Well, Ray, you've still got to prove your mettle here.
Otherwise, I'll never hear the end of it, will I?
Otherwise, you'll absolutely never hear the end of it. Well, best of luck to all three pairs. Our category for round 2 is Cuisine. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? Okay. And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, the question concerns cookery books and their authors. Cookery books and their authors, Richard.
We're going to show you the names of 12 cookery books with their original date of publication. We just need you to tell us their authors, please. Obviously, the more obscure the answer, the better. Good luck at home. No cheating by going to the kitchen.
OK, thanks very much. So we are looking for the authors of these cookery books, and we've got... One is Fun, 1985. How to Be a Domestic Goddess, 2000. Good Things, 1971. The River Cottage Cookbook, 2001. The Hummingbird Bakery Cookbook, 2009. And Fantastico, Modern Italian Food, 2007. I'll read those all one last time. One is Fun, 1985. How to Be a Domestic Goddess, 2000. Good Things, 1971. The River Cottage Cookbook, 2001. The Hummingbird Bakery Cookbook, 2009. And Fantastico, Modern Italian Food, 2007. So there we are, 6 cookery books. You just need to supply the names of the authors. And obviously, Natalie, you're looking for the one you think the fewest of our 100 people knew.
There's only one that I think I possibly know. How to Be a Domestic Goddess, is it Nigella Lawson?
Nigella Lawson, says Natalie. Let's see if that's right. If it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Nigella Lawson. Absolutely right. 54. Not bad, Natalie. 54 for Nigella.
Yeah, damage limitation there, Natalie, absolutely. She sold over 2 million books worldwide, Nigella Lawson.
OK, now then, Gemma.
I knew Nigella Lawson. I'm torn between The River Cottage and Fantastico.
OK, well, pick one of those and supply its author.
I'm going to go Fantastico, Modern Italian Food, Gino D'Acampo.
Gino D'Acampo, says Gemma, for Fantastico. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Gino D'Acampo. It's right. Well done, Gemma. Down it goes, 11. That's a great score, Gemma. Well worth taking the risk there.
Good answer, Gemma, Italian chef and the winner of 9th series of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here as well.
Ray. So remember, we're looking for the authors of these cookery books.
Well, the kitchen is a no-go zone as far as I'm concerned.
OK.
So I'm fairly certain that One is Fun is Delia. I'm gonna hope that our marriage survives another week and go Hugh Fernley Whittingstall for River Cottage Cookbook.
OK, that's what you're going to say, Hugh Fernley Whittingstall. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people knew that answer. Absolutely right. 35. Not bad at all. Nothing wrong with that, Ray.
Yeah, pretty big score, actually, for River Cottage Cookbook, Hugh Fernley Whittingstall. You would have been better off going for Delia Smith. One is Fun, because actually would have only scored you 13 points. Would have been a terrific answer. The Hummingbird Bakery Cookbook is Tariq Malouf. Very well done if you said that. That's 1 point. And Good Things is a pointless answer. No Good Things at all, you won't know that. It's Jane Grigson. Jane Grigson, the mother of
She's great,
the food
Jane.
writer Sophie Grigson.
Yeah.
You like Jane Grigson?
Yeah, no, I have a charcuterie book of hers. She's great.
Really? You should give it back.
Thank you very much, Richard. Thanks very much. We're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores. 11 was the best score of that pass, Gemma. Very, very well done to you. Then we go up to 35, where we find Ray and Kay. Then up to 54, where we find Natalie and Vanessa. So once again, Vanessa, a little bit of pressure on you to find a really good low-scoring answer. I hope that's enough to keep you in the game. Best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more cookery books on the board, and here they are. We have got Great Dishes of the World, 1963. An Invitation to Indian Cooking, 1973. Great British Dinners, 2003. In Search of Perfection, 2006. Taste of the Sea, 1995. And The Naked Chef, 1999. I'll read those one last time. Great Dishes of the World, 1963. An Invitation to Indian Cooking, 1973. Great British Dinners, 2003, In Search of Perfection, 2006, Taste of the Sea, 1995, and The Naked Chef, 1999. Now, remember, we are looking for the authors of these cookery books, and obviously you're trying to find the one you think the fewest of our 100 people knew. Kay, you're on 35. The high scorers on 54 are Vanessa and Natalie. If you can score 18 or less, you're through to the next round.
I'm going to take the second one, an invitation to Indian cooking, and say Madhya Jaffrey.
Here is your red line. If you can get below that red line, you are through to the head-to-head. Best of luck. Madhya Jaffrey, is that right? For an invitation to Indian cooking. Absolutely right. And you're through to the head-to-head. 14, that scores you. Takes your total up to 49. Very well done, Kate.
Yeah, and once again, Kay significantly brighter than Ray.
Yeah.
I mean, significant. I mean, it's becoming a bit embarrassing now, isn't it? A little bit. No, very good answer. Madhya Jaffrey is a cook, a writer, director, actress, all sorts of things.
Brilliant. Now then, Martin, you're on 11. The high scorers are still Vanessa and Natalie on 54. This is the decider. If you can score 42 or less, you are through to the head-to-head. Martin, you're not looking massively confident.
No.
This is not a good area for you at all.
I don't know if I've ever looked at a cookbook. It's a bit of an admission on television, isn't it? But this is a real stab in the dark. Taste of the Sea. About the only cook person I know, Rick Stein.
Let us see if Rick Stein wrote Taste of the Sea, and if he did, let's see how many people knew that answer. Rick Stein. It's a cracking guess, Martin. Down it goes. And you are through to the head-to-head. Very, very well done indeed. 32, that scores you. Takes your total up to 43.
Yeah, how about that? That's not bad, is it?
Not bad at all.
Your fellow West Country man, Rick Stein, opened the seafood restaurant at Padstow in 1975.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Vanessa, 54, I'm afraid, is the highest score before you've even given your answer. So I'm afraid the writing is on the wall for you this time round. You'll be leaving us at the end of the round. However, take us through the board. I have a feeling you might be quite good at some of these.
Well, I like cooking, but I don't know cookbooks. The only one that I know is The Naked Chef and Jamie Oliver.
You're going to say The Naked Chef, Jamie Oliver. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many people said Jamie Oliver. Absolutely right. 73. Ooh, that's high. 73 takes your total up to 127, Richard.
Yeah, you had the biggest answers on both boards there, but no wrong answers, which bodes well for the next show you're on. Let's take a look at the rest of the answers. In Search of Perfection, do you know that one? It's Heston Blumenthal. Would have scored 4. Great British Dinners, another tough one. Celebrity Chef, James Martin, would have scored you 1 point. And Great Dishes of the World, Robert Carrier. And that's a pointless answer, so very, very well done if you got that one.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of round 2, our losing pair with the highest score, Vanessa and Natalie. Bad luck. That was a tough one, wasn't it? I know no incorrect answers from you, just 2 very high-scoring answers.
I mean, I'm a massive fan of Heston Blumenthal, a massive fan. I didn't realise he wrote a book. So, obviously...
Oh, he's written a few, I think.
Exactly. So
I believe he has, yeah.
I just watch the shows, I don't read this cookbook.
Yeah.
So.
Well, listen, we'll see you again next time, and we'll look forward to that very much, Vanessa and Natalie. Meanwhile, thanks so much for playing. Great contestants. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Well, congratulations, Gemma and Martin, Ray and Kay. You are now only 1 round away from the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £11,250. OK, you're now going to go head-to-head, and the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. The great news is, from here on in, you may confer, which basically means if any more cookery questions come up, Martin and Ray, you're in with a chance. Listen, if we've learnt one thing today, it's I think you should get in the kitchen. Don't you think? I know Kay and Gemma think this is not a good idea at all.
It's too dangerous.
Go and look at some cookery books. It's fun. It's fun. Anyway, listen, I tell you what, Gemma and Martin, you performed best, but only just. There's only a point in it on aggregate if we add up all your scores. So very, very close. Some really good gameplay from both of you. And of course now, as I said, you can pool your knowledge, so anything can happen. Very exciting indeed. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here comes your first question, and it concerns people whose surnames are birds. People whose surnames are birds, Richard. This is great.
Yeah, you like?
I love it.
We're going to show you 5 photos now of famous people whose surnames also are the names of birds. Can you identify the most obscure? Good luck.
Thanks very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 people whose surnames are birds, and we have got A, B, C, D, and E. 5 people who share their surnames with birds. Now then, Gemma and Martin, you played best throughout the show so far, so you get to go first.
I know who A is, but I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a clue. It's a bird.
Yes. But I know that E is Chris Martin.
OK, E, Chris Martin. You're going to say E, Chris Martin. Ray and Kay, talk us through the board.
Well, I'm not very confident with any. I might know C.
What's C?
Peter Finch.
Oh,
the
yes,
actor.
of course it is, yes.
Shall we go with that then?
That's it, let's go with that.
So we're going to go C,
C?
Peter Finch.
Peter
the
Finch.
actor.
OK, so we have Gemma and Martin saying Chris Martin for E. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Chris Martin for E. Absolutely right. 30. But Ray and Kay have gone for Peter Finch for C. Peter Finch. Let's see if it's right. If it is, I have a feeling it might do well.
I hope so.
Absolutely right. Will it go down lower than 30? Oh, yes, it will. Down it goes. 8. Very well done. 8 for Peter Finch. Excellent play from Ray and Kay. That means after one question, you're up 1-0. Richard.
Did you spot who out of Ray and Kay got that?
Interesting. Kay.
Yeah, Kay. Yeah, who would have thought? Who would have thought? Now, it's a pretty tough board, this. Peter Finch is the first man to win a posthumous Best Actor Oscar for Network, and Chris Martin, of course, lead singer of Coldplay. Let's take a look at the rest of them. A, star of many musicals, also, of course, more famously star of EastEnders, John Partridge. That would have scored you 14 points. B is Baroness J of Paddington, Margaret J. Would have scored you 2 points. Do you know D?
Can I say Sheryl Crow?
You can say Sheryl Crow.
Is it her?
No. It is Taylor Swift.
Ah.
Taylor Swift for 17 points, the country music star. Very well done if you said that at home.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Here comes your second question. Now then, Gemma and Martin, you have to win this question to stay in the game. Best of luck. Our second question concerns Cary Grant. Cary Grant. Richard.
We're going to give you 5 clues to facts about Cary Grant. Can you answer these and pick the most obscure?
OK, let's reveal our 5 facts about Cary Grant, and here they come. His birth name, the UK city of his birth, the number of Alfred Hitchcock feature films he appeared in, his final film, and the decade he retired from films. I'll read those all one last time. His birth name, the UK city of his birth, the number of Alfred Hitchcock feature films he appeared in, his final film, and the decade he retired from films. There you are, 5 facts about Cary Grant. Ray and Kay, you go first this time.
I think he was born in Bristol.
Okay. We're going to say that the city of his birth is Bristol.
Bristol. Cary Grant of Bristol. Gemma and Martin.
I think it's going to have to be a guess, Alexander. Yeah. We're going to go, shall we?
Yeah, decade.
The decade he retired from films, 1960s.
The 1960s, you think he might have retired from film, the 1960s. Ray and Kay, Bristol. Is that right for the city of his birth? Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many people said it. Absolutely right. 22. Now then, Gemma and Martin, this is the question you have to win if you're going to stay in the game. You've said he retired from film in the 1960s. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. 1960s. It's right. And it wins you the question. Look at that, 12.
I'll have to run out in a minute.
Very, very well done, Gemma and Martin. You're back in the game. After 2 questions, it's 1-1. Richard.
Yes, he retired from acting at the age of 61, which is very young, because he was getting too old to play romantic leads. He didn't think his fans would accept him as anything but that. Now, Ray and Kay, actually, I should just say Kay.
Yes.
Do you know his birth name?
Archibald Leach.
Were you tempted to go for that instead of Bristol?
I was, but I thought more people would know that.
Would have seen you into the final.
Oh,
10 points
no.
for Archibald Leach, his birth name. The number of Alfred Hitchcock feature films he appeared in was 4. That would have scored you 4 points. And his final film, do you know that? That's the best answer on the board, his final film. Walk, Don't Run. 1 point. That's set in a local swimming baths.
Is it really?
No.
No, it's not. Well, no, it could have been, but yeah, it'd be quite weird. I'd have gone for Heavy Petting. Oh, well. Thanks very much, Richard. So here comes your third question. Whoever wins this question goes through to the final. Best of luck, both pairs. And it concerns Open Golf champions. Richard.
This question is going to be good news for fans of anagrams and golf. We're going to show you 5 Open Golf champions here, but in anagram form. Can you unscramble the letters and pick the most obscure? Very best of luck to both teams.
OK, let's reveal our 5 Open Golf champions in anagram form, and here they are. Rank Declarer, Writes Good, Picnicker, Swan Motto, and Find a Lock. I'll read those one last time. Rank Declarer, Writes Good, Picnicker, Swan Motto, Find a Lock. There we are, 5 anagrams of Open Golf champions. Gemma and Martin, you go first this time.
No, another bottom one, another bottom two, another bottom two. Can I go the 4th one down? Swan Motto is Tom Watson.
Tom Watson for Swan Motto. Tom Watson. Now then, Ray and Kay. Talk us through the board, if you like.
Top one is, we think, is Darren Clark. I think the second one's Tiger Woods.
Nick Faldo.
That's Nick, yeah. Find a Lock,
Faldo.
Nick Faldo.
Should we go with Darren Clark?
I think Tiger Woods.
He's
is
my
too
favourite
obvious.
golfer, Darren Clark, so I think we're going to go
We'll
with
trust
Darren
to
Clark,
Darren
and we
Clark.
trust to
Darren
him.
Clark, say Ray and
Top
Kay.
one, 'cause I think
Darren
he's
Clark. OK, so we have Tom Watson from Gemma and Martin. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Tom Watson. Absolutely right. Twelve for Tom Watson. Ray and Kay have gone for Darren Clark. Let's see if it's right. Let's see where it ends up. How many people said Darren Clark? 12's what you have to beat. It's right. Yes, you won! One is pointless. Look at that! Very good. A pointless answer. It adds another £250 to today's jackpot. Takes the total up to £11,500. And it also means that you are through to the final 2-1. Very, very well played indeed, Ray and Kay.
Yeah, that's terrific head-to-head as well, wasn't it? And you see who insisted on going for Darren Clark. What were you going to go for there, Ray?
I was thinking of Darren Clark.
Very wise man, very wise man. Let's take a look at the rest. Right's Good is Tiger Woods. That was the biggest scorer there. Would have been 46. Down the bottom there, Find a Lock. That is Nick Faldo. That would have scored 15. And the next best answer on the board, Picnicker, the Zimbabwean golfer Nick Price. Would have scored you 6 points. Very well done if you got all 5 of those.
Thanks very much, Richard. So the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, I'm afraid it's Gemma and Martin. We'll say goodbye to you now, but the great news is we'll see you again next time, and we'll look forward to that very much indeed. Gemma and Martin, great contestants. Thank you. But for Ray and Kay, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Ray and Kay. Well, you've made quick work of that. You've fought off all the competition, and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £11,500. Wow. And at least, well, 2 of those pointless answers, £500 of that jackpot is entirely down to you, Kay. Any particular kind of category you'd like to see?
Formula One. He knows about pit stops and things like that.
For anyone who didn't watch the last show, that was the answer that Ray gave that I'm afraid sent you off in round one. But since then, Ray, to your credit, you have listened to everything Kay's told you. And you've come through. You've played so solidly, fantastically well. Anyway, the rules are very, very simple. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer, and you will go home with that jackpot of £11,500. Firstly, you've got to choose a category. You have a choice of 5 options. Here they are. Money, pop stars, Scottish sport, artists, European theatre.
One is probably currencies.
Money, yeah, might be currencies. Pop stars, I'd be worried it'd be modern things that neither of us be any good at. Artists, well, you know Rolf Harris.
That's about it.
European theatre sounds a bit dodgy.
Go for money. Do you think
I think we're going to be money and hope my travelling pays off.
Yeah, we're going to
We'll
go.
have to go with money.
OK, you're going to go with money. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. Good luck. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many people on current UK banknotes as they could. People on current UK banknotes. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any person or historical figure who appears on any pound sterling banknote in current general circulation in the United Kingdom. That's anything issued by the Bank of England or any of the 7 banks authorised to issue notes in Scotland and Northern Ireland as of May 2012, please. Very, very best of luck.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £11,500 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready? OK, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Charles Darwin from Shropshire, obviously, so...
What about Elgar?
Edward Elgar,
Is he on
possibly.
it now, though? I'm not sure.
I
I know who's
We'd
been
have
on them, but I don't know if they're still on them.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely go Charles Darwin.
Duke of Wellington, he's still on them.
I don't know. Charles Dickens.
Florence Nightingale, Charles Dickens.
Elizabeth Fry's been on, but
Elizabeth Fry.
I don't know if they're on now. That's the problem.
I know.
I know they've been on, but
Yeah.
are they still in circulation or been taken off? That's the
No.
problem.
So, Elizabeth Fry, Charles Dickens, Charles Darwin,
They're not
Duke
that.
of Wellington.
You want Faraday,
Edward
Michael
Elgar.
Faraday. Michael Faraday.
Like that one.
Shall we go with Michael Faraday?
Edward Elgar.
We better go with Darwin, as we call from Shropshire. Charles Darwin
Edward Elgar.
and Michael
10
Faraday.
seconds left.
Is that what
Yeah,
you
let's go
said?
with those. Those sound good to me. Let's give it a go.
We'll give it a go with those.
Yeah, okay.
OK,
Yes, thank you.
your time is now up. We were looking for people on the current UK banknotes. I now need your 3 answers.
We are going to go with Charles Darwin.
Charles Darwin,
We're going to go with Edward Elgar
Edward Elgar,
and Michael Faraday.
and Michael Faraday. Of those 3, which do you reckon is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Faraday?
Faraday.
Michael Faraday will put last. Which is your least likely pointless answer?
Darwin?
Possibly.
Fairly obvious.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Darwin?
Darwin.
OK, let's put those on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got Charles Darwin, Edward Elgar, Michael Faraday. So we were looking for people on current UK banknotes. Charles Darwin, you said, was your least confident shot at a pointless answer. You only have to find one pointless answer, remember, to win that jackpot of £11,500. So Charles Darwin, Salopian,
That is.
like yourselves. So there he is, Charles Darwin. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Charles Darwin. Absolutely right. This is your first shot at that jackpot of £11,500. If this goes all the way down to 0, you will leave here with that money in your pockets. 29 for Charles Darwin. So unfortunately not a pointless answer, but you put Charles Darwin first. You'd have been very surprised if that had gone down very low. So only 2 more chances to win today's jackpot of £11,500. Ray, what would you do with £11,500?
Well, I've always wanted to go to Egypt and see the pyramids, so I'd like to take a trip down the Nile and do some of those sorts of things.
Very good indeed. Kay, anything you'd like to add to that?
I don't know that I want to go to, to Egypt. I think I'd quite like to go to New York or somewhere like that, perhaps.
OK. OK, well, let's hope one of your 2 remaining answers will get you to Egypt/New York. New York, I think, probably. We are looking for people on the current UK banknotes. Let's hope nobody said your next answer, which is Edward Elgar. It has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot. So for £11,500, let's see how many people said Edward Elgar.
Not current.
Not current, one can only imagine. Bad luck. An incorrect answer. So you only have one more chance to win today's jackpot. Everything is now riding on your third and final answer, Michael Faraday. We were looking for people who are on the current UK banknotes. You said this was your most confident answer, your most confident shot at a pointless answer. Has to be right, has to be pointless. Let's see. How many people said Michael Faraday? Oh, no! Oh, bad luck. Unfortunately, Ray and Kay, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, but you do, of course, still get to take home our pointless trophy, so very, very well done.
Yeah, Elgar and Faraday, they were both on the £20 note, but the Faraday one was withdrawn in 2001 and Elgar in 2010. This would have been just the perfect category for any Scottish contestants or certainly Northern Irish contestants, because that's where all the pointless answers were, I'm afraid. Let's take a look at some of them. People at home would have got some of these. Elsie Ingalls, the Scottish surgeon, she's on the Clydesdale Bank £50. H. Ferguson, the tractor pioneer, he is on the Northern Bank £20 note in Northern Ireland. J.B. Dunlop, the tyre guy, he's on the £10 note issued by Northern Bank. Lord Islay, who was the first governor of the Royal Bank of Scotland, so he's on all the Royal Bank of Scotland banknotes. Lord Kelvin, also a pointless answer. Sir James Martin, not the celebrity chef. He is an aircraft manufacturer, and he's on the £100 note issued by the Northern Bank. And the founder of the Belfast Sirocco Works, Sir S.C. Davidson, he is on the £50 note issued by the Northern Bank. So very well done if you've got any of those at home.
Well, did you know any of those?
I'm afraid not.
No, well, that's kind of a relief in some ways.
It's better than saying one and we should have gone with that. Yeah.
Well, exactly. Well, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to you, Ray and Kay, but it's been brilliant having you on the show. You've performed so well on both shows, but particularly this one. Great having you on the show. Thank you both so much for playing. So Ray and Kay didn't win our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £12,500. Join us next time to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.